See if this works. It does. All right, perfect. Okay, guys. I'm thinking of we're gonna back test January. So, well, I don't know. We're starting. What day is this? The 5th of January. So we're just gonna back test this previous month. Um, I was gonna go like a little bit more back for like December, but I didn't trade in December, so I don't know how good price action was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that bad at all, to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna stick to January for now. Um, and yeah, I mean, we're just gonna take some trades. First, though, I need to take my sin. So if you guys are not already, you guys should hop on Sins. That is trading advice. That shit would make you locked as hell. Yo, come on, Nick. I already know you're on Sins. Also, guys, mute up. Uh, or yeah, I mean, I'd appreciate if you guys mute up and then you can just unmute if you have anything you want to say. All right, let's go. So, starting the day, let's just kind of look what we have here. Um, all right, let me just zoom out a bit and get an idea of what's going on here. Okay, so we've sold off, getting a bounce now. The POC shifted higher. Um, okay, so the main things I'm looking at here is we've had this sell-off, and if we just look at the POC, this black line over here, um, it's been moving lower and lower and lower. This session here, so right here at New York Open, our POC is actually shifted higher. I like to look at the POC shifts, like intraday, to get like a decent narrative. It's not like a daily bias that you're just getting locked to and marrying, but it is a good way to build some sort of narrative. So when I see that the POC has been going lower and lower and lower, and so has the price, right? Because we're accepting fair value at lower prices. That means that if the POC is going lower, that means that more and more people are accepting to both buy and sell at lower prices. But for this session, right, we can see that the POC has now shifted to a higher point, which to me is more, I'd be more bullish leaning. Um, but all right, anyway, with that being said, I will mark out this level of, you guys can call this demand, you can call it overnight settlement, you can call it whatever you want. This level, obviously, a balanced range that we broke out of, high volume node, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'll mark this out if we come down here. Potential level that we get a bounce. It also, oh, I might have skipped past this day actually. Did I? I skipped 30 minutes ahead. Fuck. This looks to me, it looks good for longs, but like we kind of have a shitty entry in that case. What I'd wait for here is obviously we have the value area high right here. Um, I would wait for this value area high to be broken, and I want to see us accept above, right? If we see a failed auction, just a pop above and then immediately sell back down, that's not a good sign if you want to take longs. So what I'd be looking for here if I want to take longs is that we break above this and we can actually sustain above this value area high and accept value above. Um, and with that, if we do, I'll just take a continuation trade long. Since we did not get in down here because I accidentally um skipped ahead. So I mean, I'll play this. Let's see what happens here. See what happens. Is this too slow? Should I speed it up a bit? I'll make it to 16. Okay. Getting some big buying at those highs. Let's see if this is a failed auction or not. We would want to close above this big buying sooner than later if we are bullish. Um, let's see here. Made some sell imbalances and closed above. Also made a buy imbalance. Let's see if we respect this. Okay, so we're back at this level now. Um, like I said earlier, right, we have this business zone and this business zone and this value area high here, and we also have these big buyers that got trapped up here. What I would want to see is us break above this level and then just accept higher, right? So if we can reclaim this level and close above here, maybe see a bullish effort zone be created. We just had a bullish imbalance get created, a buy imbalance, whatever you want to call it. If we can close above this, I would look to take continuations. If we do take continuations, where would I want to take it? Well, potentially to this level right here might give us a reaction, right? It's a value area high from 2 previous sessions. We came up here once and rejected that level. So this would be the next target. And it also aligns with the third VWAP deviation band. So let's see if we can break above here and sustain above this level. And then we will see if we take anything. Getting some selling down there, closed above it. So now the sellers look like they're trapped. Made another buy imbalance, closed above it. Let's see. More selling down there. That selling gets trapped. Let's see how this candle closes. Okay, still not accepting above the value area high, so just sitting on our hands for the moment. More selling, right? So we're seeing a lot of selling here. We had selling here, 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 and a big seller stepped in right here, and they're not really being rewarded for it, guys. Like, we're moving higher, even though we're seeing way more selling than we're seeing buying. So we are at a key level though. Like I said, only way for me to long this is if we close above this level and kind of accept higher prices. Making more buy imbalances. Here we go. Okay, buyers are clearly getting rewarded now. We're gonna see how this can close here. I'm going to swap to the range chart as well. Let's see. We made 2 bullish effort zones, 2 buy effort zones down here that obviously got respected and held. We're now making more buy imbalances, moving higher. Where is it's this one? I'm gonna slow the tick rate down here and let's see. I'm also gonna open the trading panel to take a trade if we do see something. Getting some more selling here and we just closed above it. So with that being said, okay, right, so what am I seeing here? What am I thinking, right? Well, we just closed above this value area high. Like we've just accepted above this value area high, above this business zone. We're seeing a lot of absorbed selling. On the range chart, we're seeing that we're creating new bullish effort zones. We're creating bullish imbalances out of this move, and we're also getting big buying to push us higher, and it is being rewarded. As for the sellers, you guys can see some sellers stepped in here and they were not rewarded, right? So to me, I would want to look to long this. We're gonna see what happens here. For me, the last thing I want to see before I enter here is if we can close above this big buy, right? We have a lot of big buying up here. If we can close above and reclaim this level, that means that the buyers are still in control. We know that these sellers are now absorbed. All of these sellers down here are absorbed, and we should get a pretty decent move higher. So if we can close above this level, I would get in here. Let's just see what happens. Speed it up a little bit. Okay, just made another. Okay, I'm gonna get in there. Okay, let me just break it down for you. Okay, so like I said, we just closed and reclaimed this buyer level up here, right? We reclaimed this level where we had big buying, We now have absorbed selling down here where we just made another buy imbalance. So I'm gonna get in here. I'll put stops. Let me look at the range chart. Okay, we made another bullish effort zone here. So we could put our stops down here or down here, depending on kind of what sort of risk tolerance you have. We're also having all of these buy imbalances on this leg up. Um, let me see what level this is.
Yo, Philip, I got a
It's
question.
yeah, what's up?
Why wouldn't you put it below that trap seller?
We can,
That
right? So
was
that's yeah, I'll get to that. So to
all
me
right,
right now, there are three different spots we can put our stop loss here. It's
like
either
75.
it's either below right here, right? 666. Um, because we have obviously trapped selling. If we reclaim this area, we can expect that more sellers are going to be back in control and we're going to move lower. If you don't want to have it this tight, if you can tolerate more risk, then the next place we can have it is down here where we had this bullish deep effort zone. Or if you want to have like a really safe stop, a big one though, obviously, um, you could put it all the way down here because then we have two bullish zones protecting us, three actually. And so if we break below these, without a doubt, we're going to go lower, right? So kind of depends how much you guys are fine with risking, what your risk tolerance is. It's very, very individual. I'm going to go ahead and put it, I'll put it here where we have this first bullish effort zone here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it below there. It was at 50, so right there. Let me just look at chat, see if you guys are asking anything. Is that the weekly composite you have on the right? Yes, yes. 90-point stop loss. Yeah, that's a very so to me this one is I mean I'm fine with this. This is a 30 point stop, 35-point stop. Or like I said, you could put it here as well below the trapped sellers because if we revisit this area realistically, we're probably gonna go lower. But let's just see how this plays out. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Okay. Okay, fuck. We got stopped. Okay, that's cool. Let me go back here on this range chart. Let's see. Okay, this level's still holding up. So I'm still not opposed to longs. We just made this sell effort zone right here. So I would want to see this level hold up and I would want to see this level get disrespected if I'm going to look for longs again. And if we do disrespect this level and we get more initiation from buyers, right? I want to see a deep trade come in from buyers. I want to see buy imbalances get created. I want to see this level hold up. If we can inverse this sell effort zone, I would get back in this with my stops below this. So let's just see what happens here. See what the market decides to do. We took a stop there for 1.5K, so not great, but I mean, it happens. Speed it up a bit more. This bullish zone is still holding. Pretty choppy right now. Okay, we just made another bullish zone and inverse the bearish one. Just close below that one. Again, this level is holding though, right? So right now, I'm just waiting for some confirmation to get long. So, like I said, for me, the confirmation that I would want to see is either we get a deep trades from buyers, right, showing that there's initiation. I want to see a buy imbalance. I want to see another bullish zone get created, like all of the above, preferably. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so this zone is clearly still holding, like I said. Okay. Um, I'll go back to this chart. At this point on this chart, right, we made three different sell imbalances. They all got inversed. They all got disrespected, whatever you want to call it. We're also seeing a lot of big buying here, and we just reclaimed this area where we had a lot of big buying. We're now above it. I would I would be inclined to get back in longs at this level and have my stops um down here below this zone that held up, obviously, right? So again, this is a $1,600 stop. So it really depends on your guys' risk tolerance. I'm using 2 minis. If that's too much for you guys, just scale down, right? Use 1 mini, use 5 micros, whatever. I do not mind risking $1,500 per trade because sure, it only gives you so many attempts, but you only need one or two good trades to like make a lot of money, right? So with that being said, we're back in. Let's see how this plays out. This is looking better now, right? We're getting a lot of big buying. Let's see. It's a pretty choppy day though. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this goes higher. That's why I'm kind of like I've attempted this twice now. Let's see what happens. I mean, this is really choppy, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in this on my normal account, yeah, I would probably, because it's so choppy, I would probably just be out at this point or go break even. Since we're back testing, I mean, we'll let it play out, but when it's this choppy, don't really love that. Don't really love that. Um, I mean, this is just boring. I'd probably like walk away at this point, but not an ideal day. Okay, yeah, we got stopped out. Okay, that's cool. Um, let me see if I can. Do any of you guys know how to skip forward to the next day, or do I just have to play this tick by tick? I know someone said there was a way, but okay, that's cool. We took
Yes, adjust the date. When it says where it says replay, change the date to
yeah,
the next
yeah,
day,
I see
and
that.
then click set. It
That
should work.
it doesn't allow me to do that though. All right, whatever. We'll just play past this while I look at the chat.
Alright.
We took two stops, minus 2,500, right? I used 2 minis. If you guys want to use 5 micros instead, we would only be down like 700. So obviously I'm risking way more, but we're gonna make way more as well. So that's just a part of the game. Um, higher speed, higher time frame. All right, I'll do that. Let me just read through the chat while I while we go to this next day. All right. So next day opens. Let's just let this play out to New York. You guys have any questions or anything you wanna like anything from those last two trades that I took, or did everything make sense? Obviously, I mean, I lost both of them, so not in hindsight, not great trades, but did everything make sense how I framed it? Like I'll take those two stops any day. I'm fine with that. I know if I take the same trades every time, it's gonna pay off. So you know what happens. Let me see. Can you show the footprint on top of that rejection? Which one? Okay, I'll show the footprint from now on. I'll show the footprint from now on. Prometheus.
You're walking in like a club and then
Or
you realize that
do you wanna see
complete
it
club.
here?
You just have like that feeling because
Okay,
he's a regional.
let me just mute that guy for now. I'll show them from now on. Prometheus. Um, okay, we're about. Actually, we're not even about to be in New York. I don't know why it doesn't let me. Oh, fuck. No, I missed it. I'm gonna. That's tragic. You just missed it. You just missed it. Damn. Damn. Alright, well, these were some. Okay, let me just. I mean, obviously, this is hindsight now. I see what happened. Um, but same thought process, same thesis is applied for this. Like I said the last time, we want to accept above value area high, and then we can take continuations. Well, what happened, right? We had this value area high up here, and then at market open, we get big buying, right? The buyers take initiation, and we accept above the value area high. We accept above this level. We see that it is followed through by a lot of buy imbalances, more big buy trades, right? We're getting selling at these lows, and it's getting absorbed. More buy trades, or deep trades, whatever. More buy imbalances. We get a sell imbalance, and it gets inversed. So, I mean, those were pretty clean longs. What I'm gonna do is we're right at this level here that I had marked out, um, where we had previously gotten a rejection. Um, and obviously this level is just it's a key level where we might react from. So since we missed those long continuations, I'd be open to look for a reversal at this level. I'll slow it down a little bit now. Okay, so if I want to take a reversal from this level, right? Also, by the way, guys, notice how perfectly this level, how we reacted at this level, right? But what do I want to see for us to get in shorts at this level? Well, I want to see same thing applied for, like the same thing as I wanted to see for longs. Well, I want to see initiation from sellers, right? I want to see big sellers step in. I want to see sell imbalances get created. I would like to see a bearish effort zone get created. I would want to see the bullish ones get inversed. And on the footprint, let's go to the footprint. I would like to see a volume tail at the highs. I'd like to see absorption from the buyers, which is exactly what we're getting up here, right? So if you guys don't know what a volume tail is, it's just when at the highs, we have a drop off in volume, right? So for example, this candle, we had a lot of volume transacted in this area. And then at the high, it kind of wears down or wears off, whatever. Like we have a lot of volume here and then it drops off at the high. That is considered a volume tail. And then up here, right, we have this volume tail. We have a lot of absorbed buying at these highs, right? We had a total volume of 221 participants, and 201 of them were buyers, but we did not move higher, right? It's effort versus reward. The buyers put in so much effort, but they were not rewarded. Matter of fact, the candle after, or the same candle, we closed below that, right? So this is the first thing I want to see. We're in this zone where I'm expecting a potential reversal or a reaction. We're now seeing a volume tail. We're now seeing absorption from buyers, right? We have so much buying and we're not moving higher. And now what I want to look for is, like I said earlier, now what I want to see is sell imbalances created. I want to see initiation from sellers, so deep trades from sellers. And I want to see potentially sell zones get created. So we just created one here. So this to me, now the only thing I'm looking for is like a deep trade from the sellers. So I have mine at 50 right now, so I need to see 50 or more sellers step in the market at the same time. And then I will get in this. But this looks really good, right? We have absorption at these highs. We're at this level, this location that I had marked out, absorption at the highs. We're now seeing buy imbalances get disrespected. We're seeing new sell imbalances get created. So this looks really good to me for potential shorts. Let me just read the chat. Do you use want at all? Want what, Raiden? Or do you mean quant? Quant tower? Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay, you mean quant tower. Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, I think quant tower pretty much gives you the same information as DeepCharts. If you don't want to pay for DeepCharts, quant tower does the job. Um, then Will NQ said, would you not enter once value area low is rejected and take it up to value area high? Yeah, that's a great trade as well, right? That's a mean reversion trade. Will, so when we're in a balanced range, for example, those types of trades are great, right? Reject from value area low. We get a failed auction to the downside at value area low. We get initiation from buyers, then we can long and target value area high. I don't like to have TPs, so what I would do is once we get to value area high, I'll just trail pretty hard. If we accept above, I'm gonna make even more. Worst case scenario, I just get trailed out, right? Why not enter now? Seller stepped in. Yeah, sellers have pretty much stepped in. So I'm gonna turn this down now. I just want to see clear initiation at this level, plasma, because we've seen sellers and buyers in this entire level, right? We have this level here, this balanced range here, and we're getting a lot of selling here, a lot of buying here. So yes, sellers have stepped in, but sellers stepped in here as well, and sellers stepped in here as well, but they didn't get any follow through. So I need to see that follow through before I get in, plasma. If not, if I just get in here because I see some sellers here, I'm pretty much just gambling and hoping that this time they're actually going to be rewarded. Let me just take a sip of my coconut water. That's tip number 2, guys. Drink coconut water. It's the holy grail. Coconut water and sense. All right, let's keep this going. I answered all the questions. Prefer beer? Hey, that's valid. I'm not going to lie. That is valid. Did that make sense though, Plasma? Like, because we've had a lot of selling here as well, but they didn't get a follow through. So I just need to see this follow through actually happen. I want to see us close below this and make even more sell imbalances. This is looking good so far though, right? We're having absorption at the highs. We have everything we want to see. Even more big selling now. I'm gonna get in right there. And let me just, we can put the stops above this. If we come up to this level again, there's like, we're gonna go higher most likely. So now we just let it run. Let's look at what this one is doing, right? Okay, we want to see maybe more sell effort zones get created. That's going to give us even more conviction. But we're seeing a lot of selling step in right now, and it is also being rewarded. So the main thing is here, we want to break this level. I might have gotten a premature entry. I think if we can flush this level right here, you're going to see if we do flush this level, we're going to go way lower. Let's see what happens here though. Yeah, okay. So we break below this level now. At this point, I'm going to trail tighter above all of this, I would say. This trade's, we're getting kind of late into the day now. We're almost 2 hours into the market. Not ideal, but that's fine. Let's just see what happens here. At this point, I'm just gonna go break even because it's late. It's getting somewhat late, and we're seeing some sellers getting absorbed here. We're also seeing a lot of buyers, but they're not being rewarded at the moment. But we're break even at this point. There we go. Broke that level. Let's see. Let me keep on playing. Okay, pause. It's going quick here. Everything is happening quickly. Let me slow this down even more so we can actually react to what we're getting here. Okay, my target here, the first level that I think we're gonna get down to, obviously, is VWAP, and I would be cautious at this level for potential reversals, right? Um, if I'm in a trade like this, what I would do is I would probably put a limit here and take one contract off here, or I would just trail, right? Like I said, I don't really like taking TPs, so I think I would prefer to just trail at this level or just be fully out. But I mean, let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot. Okay, never mind. We just got taken out on one contract. So at this point, I'm trailing. Obviously, I'm trailing pretty hard. We're at VWAP. We might get a reaction here. So I will trail at this level. Now, if we look right here, we made a sell zone. We could trail above the sell zone, but we're giving back a lot of profit in that case or in that scenario. So I'd rather trail somewhat more aggressive because, like I said, this is a level where we might get a reversal. So either you just take this off or you trail aggressively, because you guys don't use VWAP, start doing it, please. Like, it is such a powerful indicator. There are so many times we get bounces, we get reactions, rejections, whatever from VWAP. So we want to be trailed pretty tightly here. If it does come up and stop me out and then breaks VWAP, fine. That sucks, but you know, I'd rather play it safe than anything else. And then if we do break VWAP and accept below, then the best thing to do is just be out here. Once we accept below VWAP, we can take continuations lower. With that being said, though, let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, we're getting a lot of selling at these lows. A lot of selling at these lows. Right. Currently looking like the selling is getting somewhat absorbed because we're not actually getting any follow through, and we are at VWAP, so that would, it would make sense. It's a level that we, do expect a reaction from. So at this point, I'm trailing even harder. I'll trail above all of these inverse buy imbalances. This point, I'm trailing very hard. I'm trailing above this absorbed buying. Because if we can reclaim, let me kind of break it down what I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, we just got stopped out there. That's fine. So my thought process is we had so much selling down here, and we also had absorbed buying. If we can reclaim this level, we're probably going to go back higher from this level. So I'd be if we can reclaim above VWAP. Okay, I could have squeezed a bit more out from that. That's fine. If we reclaim above VWAP, though, I would be open to take longs. Okay. I like this. I'm not gonna lie, I might just immediately get back in on this in longs. So my thought process behind this is, well, first of all, let's start from the range chart, right? We just made a bullish effort zone. We're making bullish imbalances, and we just reclaimed above VWAP, right? We had a failed auction to the downside below VWAP. We're getting strong reactions here. We're getting bullish zones created. We're getting bullish imbalances created. We're getting strong initiation from the buyers, right? If we look at this one, we're getting buyers stepping in here. And then on the footprint chart, we're going to see, again, we kind of have that volume tail like I talked about, where we have a lot of volume up here and then it just drops off drastically down here. So with that being said, I have all my boxes checked, right? The location is at VWAP, so the location box that I have to trade is checked. I have everything that I want to see to get in a trade with the order flow. So yeah, this is something that I would take and try. I would put my stops. You could put them below here, right? Another $1,600 stop. So that's a 40-point stop. You could also put them below here, below these imbalances. But I'm just going to put it here. We're going to speed this up. See what happens. Right? But we immediately reclaimed VWAP, which is what we would want to see in a scenario like this. And so if this trade does play out, my first target obviously would be up here. It's a small, like it's this demand zone that we rejected from multiple times. Again, I'm not going to take full TP there, but I'm going to be cautious at that level. Here we go. Looks like we're accepting out of this level now. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're up 3K now. At this point, like I said, we're kind of in this level that we might get a reaction from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one off. Let's just say, like, we'll see. But I'm going to trail and I'm going to take one off. But we're going to trail here. Okay, it's going way too fast for me now. Okay, so we just got trailed out for another $2,000. At this point, where do we want to trail, right? We took one off for $2,000 of profit. Now let's see, do we have any zones created? We do not. So we're just going to have to rely on this. Well, my thought process behind this is, I would say, like, it depends how hard you want to trail, right? We could trail below these trapped sellers here, because you could argue your thesis could be that if we can reclaim these trapped sellers, we're going to go lower. For me, I would say I would want to trail below this big buyer. This big buyer is the last level where I think if we can break below this big buyer, then we're gonna have way more downside, right? But this buyer should protect this area. If we do come down to this level, this buyer should fill back up with more orders, right? He should protect it. Also, if we use the volume profile on DeepCharts, ooh, see what happens. There we go. If we use this, we can see on the delta profile that we have a lot of buying here, right? We don't even need to look at this realistically. I'll remove this, but you guys saw we had a big delta profile here. But look, if we just drag this level where we had this big buyer out, it aligns perfectly with this level of this big buyer. So I would expect this level to hold if we do want to continue higher. If this level breaks, then I want to be out of that trade no matter what. So with that being said, I've trailed now. We're already up 2K from that one contract we took off, and now we're trailing for another $1,000. And what I would want to see is I would just want to see us accept above this zone that we've rejected from so many times. If we do accept above it, I'm gonna decide to trail harder. Here we go. Looks like we are accepting. It's perfect. At this point, I'm trailing harder, right? I would trail below these big buyers here. So now we're locked in another 2K. Same pieces here. If we can accept above this zone, I'm going to trail below this level. Right? We're just making like micro balance ranges, right? We had this balance range, accept above, new balance range. If we can accept above this, I'm going to trail below this balance range. So it's just simple AMT. We're getting like very late into the day though. I probably would not. I'll just trail below here. Okay, looks like we're accepting above. It's so late into the day, I'll just get out here if it wants to stop me. This would be a perfect level to trail though, because if we can reclaim this big seller, then we're definitely going lower, right? But yeah, okay, the day's about to end. We are going to stop us out for a 7K day. So we made everything back that we lost, plus another 5K, I think. We lost like 2 something K on the last session. So that's the power of trading big. You're either gonna blow accounts quickly or you're gonna make a lot of money quickly. With that being said, let's go into the new day. Let's go into the new day while I look at some questions. If you guys have any questions, did everything make sense from that? Everyone understand why I took the trades and how I was framing them? I wasn't here when you showed the trade. Did you wait for that break above the sell effort zone for that long? There was multiple things that aligned for that long, Plasma. Clean bro, thank you. Of course, man. Oh yeah, awesome. All right, great. Also, guys, if you have any questions, like if I say something that doesn't make sense to you guys, just stop me in my tracks and say, "What the fuck do you mean?" Because I might get carried away. Like some shit that makes sense to me that might not make sense to you guys. I'm probably gonna explain it very like, yeah. Just if you guys don't understand anything, just let me know, and I will go more in depth on that. Okay, is this recorded? It is. It is. It is being recorded. Let me double check, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it says we're recording. Oh, we're already, fuck. We've been going for 40 minutes already. Damn. Do you like fading? Let me read this. Do you like fading the value areas or VWAP plays more? Both. Both. I think both are great. So the main like locations that I have to take a trade are it's VWAP, it's value areas, and then it's like these are all pretty much the same, but it's like supply or demand, or high volume nodes, or like overnight settlements. They're all pretty much the same. Like an overnight settlement is a level of high volume, right? And a lot of the times it's also going to be a demand or supply zone. So, but my main 3 locations are value areas, VWAP, and whatever you want to call the third. If you want to call it high volume nodes, if you want to call it overnight settlement, if you want to call it supply and demand, that's my main 3 locations. So all 3 of them. There's not one that I kind of stick to or prefer. I think all are great because you actually have an edge with all of them. So I'm not one to discriminate. Whatever is shown to me, I will take. Okay, we're about to have New York open at 14:30 my time, so we're getting really close now. So just sit tight, guys. Be patient. Okay, we're getting very close now. I don't want to accidentally skip ahead. Okay, is that it? Yeah, we're pretty much at New York open. So let's just look at our overnight volume profile, how it's developed, right? We have value area low down here with our business zone, value area high up here with that business zone, and we have this overnight settlement and this high volume node and this level where we projected from. up here. So what is my current thesis, guys? Well, my current thesis is if we can break above and accept above this value area high in this business zone, I would get in long continuations, and my first target would be up here, right? If we reject this value area high, then my next level, my next target would be to take a mean reversion trade, potentially down to this value area low. However, I would prefer longs more in this scenario, simply because we're sitting right at VWAP. And so if we reject here, we're also going to have to break VWAP before I would want to get in a short. So ideally, these longs play out. Okay. I'm retarded, and I had very quick. I just skipped past like everything. So, I mean, that's great. It's amazing. I kind of look the. I like the long of this for longs. The look of this for longs. Created a bullish effort zone. Also created a sell one. If we can inverse this one, and get some initiation from buyers, right? So I would want to see a deep trade, a buy deep trade like this one. I would want to see that step in here and validate that sell effort zone and create some sell imbalances. I would like to see that and get in longs and just target up here. The thing is though, how far is this? How big is this range? It's only we let's see. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to do something like this. This is, I'm not gonna, I don't, this is not a great trade to be honest, because this is the level where we might get a rejection. I'm squeezing, like, I mean, we already got to the, I'm just gonna go break even here. I'm just gonna trail really hard below this big buyer. Yeah, okay. $300 trade. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't a great trade. It worked out, but that was not very good. I will be honest with you guys. Let's just keep on playing though. See if we can get another entry. That wasn't too good. I'm not too proud about that one. But I mean, we won. We won. I realized it wasn't good. I trailed very hard, and went break even very quickly, so it's cool. We could have squeezed a little bit more out of this, but like I don't know. I didn't like that one. So I'm fine with being out where I got taken out. Okay, we're getting some selling now. Since we did accept value, we did accept above the value area high, I'm still leaning more bullish than anything. I would want to see how we react here at VWAP. I think long continuations from VWAP could be really good. Okay, didn't really get down to VWAP. Let's see if we get a retest. Okay, coming back down here again. I want to see us test VWAP, and then I want to see us, same thing again, same thesis every single time, guys. Once we have the location down, in this case it's VWAP, I want to see deep effort zones get created, bullish ones obviously. I want to see buyer deep trades come in. I want to see buy imbalances step in, right? Same thing every single time. Just sitting here, just being patient. Also, if you guys can't notice this level here that we kind of had marked out, I'm gonna go ahead and make it even bigger because I didn't do it correctly. This level here that could act as supply, resistance, whatever you want to call it. When we broke above, it's now acting as support, right? Or demand, or whatever word you want to use for it. Still can't really break above this range. Let's see if this is it. Again, okay, fuck. That was quick. Ooh, now this looks good. This is what I want to see for longs, right? We come down to VWAP. We come down to this previous supply level, now turned into demand. And we wick both VWAP and this previous supply, now demand zone, with a lot of selling at these lows, right? A lot of trapped, absorbed selling at these lows, and it is immediately met with initiation from buyers. So if we go into the footprint, I have no idea where the fuck we're at. I'm very confused. Okay, here. Yeah, so if we go into the footprint, look, right? Again, this is the total volume, this is the delta. A lot of absorbed selling down here. So we came down to VWAP. We did not accept below. We got a lot of absorption. Now, what does the range chart look like? Okay, that's fine. We didn't create any effort zones out of it. Preferably we do, but if we don't, we don't. To me, this is, I want to see, I'm gonna turn this slower now. This is everything I need to see, right? Rejected VWAP, absorbed selling, initiation from buyers. Now the only thing I want to see is the last thing. I would like to see how this candle closes. If we can close above these sell imbalances, that's the last thing I need to see. There we go, and we just created buy imbalances, so I'm gonna get in there, put the stops below here, or we could just put stops. Whatever we'll do there. We're already up a lot so far in total. So, and now let me look at. Let me just slow down the play rate and look at where my next potential target would be. Obviously, this is a level here where we might get a reaction. Oh, my laptop is low-key getting fried. I should have bought a better one for this. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is obviously a key level. If you guys just look over here to the left, damn, my laptop is getting really fried. This might have to be the last one. I'm not even going to bother marking it out. But you guys see, we've rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, 10, 11 from this level. So this would be my next target where I would be cautious to hold this trade because I would expect a potential reversal from this level. Let me turn the speed up even more. So also, if we accept above this kind of balance range that we've created, if we can now break above and accept, we're gonna see a pretty drastic move higher. From what I believe at least. Okay, we're about to pass this level. We're already up 2K. I'm just leaving this position. I need to find my targets here. Don't ever do this, by the way, guys. If you're, bro, my PC just gets fried when I'm loading this in. Whatever. I paused it. Okay, we're at this level now where we potentially get a reversal. At this point, obviously, we should have been break even a long time ago, but I was trying to look at targets. Right, at this point, I'm trailing below all of these inverse sell imbalances and these big buyers here. They should protect this level. More inverse sell imbalances. Getting some buying up top there with no follow through, so want to be cautious here. Let me just look at chat. Do you like fading? Oh, I already answered that. Do you ever look at round numbers? A lot of times get really respected. Yeah. So that's like psychological levels, psychological numbers, whatever you want to call it, but psych levels, right? So the next psych level would be 26,000. So yes, 100%. This is another level where we might get a reaction. Okay. Stopped out 1.5K. Not bad. Do you use standard deviation? Well, if you mean standard deviation on the fib? Nope. I don't believe in, or well, I mean, there's statistical standard deviations for the fib, like the 1.5, whatever, if you're using the IB, but I don't use like the ICT standard deviations. I do, however, use the VWAP standard deviation bands, if that's what you meant. So it depends on what you mean. Depends on what you mean. Yeah, I use VWAP standard deviation bands for sure. I think they're great. They're so good. Okay, well, stopped out for 2K on the day. My laptop is getting fried. How long have we been going for? Okay, we've gone for an hour. What you guys think? Any questions on that? By the way, any questions on the reason I took that trade or how I framed it, my thesis, anything? Or is it all making sense? Do you only enter off one way or off confidence in a trade slash direction? What do you mean, Lander? Can you specify? I don't know if I'm a dumbass. I probably am. Making a lot of sense. Okay, great. That's awesome. I just joined. I got no clue. Of course you don't, Tisson. Of course you don't. Oh no, I just got here. Have y'all seen that dude? The dude that's at like LGBTQ parade, and they say how many genders are there, and he goes, I don't know, I just got here. Never mind, I'm being autistic now. I'll be quiet. So moving on. You saw that? Okay, good, good, good. When will the recording be posted? I'll get it posted tonight. I'll get it posted tonight. Wow, that's not nice, Tisson. Come on, bro. Any other questions, guys? If not, we've been going for an hour, like I said. Um, my laptop is low-key getting fried. Like I said, I'm on vacation, so that's why I'm on a laptop. Um, I'm thinking about just calling it here, unless you guys really want one more. But I think we got some decent trades in. One more, one more. All right. All right. All right. You got me. You got me. You got me. We'll do one more. I'm not that hard to persuade. I'm not that hard to persuade. Damn, this shit stopped us out and just kept on running. That's cool though. I mean, and to whoever asks, do you trade two minis on a 50 case? Yeah, I mean, it depends. Depends on the setup. But I trade anywhere between 1 to 2 minis on a brand new like XFA. And I'll be honest, I blow a lot of fucking XFAs. Um, you know, I think that's like I said in the announcements chat, I've been struggling with consistency recently, and that's a part of it. Like, since I'm not that consistent, the big sizing doesn't help me at the moment. But like when I do have that consistency, it's very profitable. But it's a pick your poison. It's a love-hate relationship. It's gonna make a lot of money or blow a lot of accounts or both. As long as the laptop doesn't explode. I mean, bro, if the laptop explodes, I'm suing you. Because you're the one who told me to do another one. So you're getting sued. Go drink cervezas. Yo, listen, bro. Sitter. I drank. I was drinking yesterday because I was watching Brand Risk. I don't know if you guys know who Aiden Ross is, but he has like a fighting event. I was watching that with some of my friends, and I was so hungover today. I wanted to die. I felt so shitty. So I'm not drinking. It's the first time I got drunk in like 3, 4 months. So I'm not drinking again for at least. I'm going to Asia. I'm going to Japan in 2 months. So I'm saving my drinking until Japan. Yo, Tisson, bro, what's up with your fucking gifts, bro? Delete feelings. I mean, brother. What would you? Let me pause this. Actually, let me not pause this. What would you say your net profit margin overall, percentage-wise? What do you mean, Peter? My strategy fluctuates from like I trade pretty similar to Jaren. He's just a better trader than me, to be honest. Like he's better than me, without a doubt. But um, I think I fluctuate between like a 40 to a 65, maybe 70% win rate, but usually around like 40 to 65. Japan is nice, good choice. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm going to Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, and China. So I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. And then after that, I'm gonna be back for summer. I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months in Asia. I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months. So when I'm back, the boy Jaron and Baron and Eric are probably coming to Sweden and visiting. So, we got a packed schedule. We got a packed schedule. I'm already prepared for them though. Like I bought so many bottles of baby oil. So when they come, I'm gonna put them in my car. I'm gonna drive into a fucking tunnel, turn the lights off, and I'm just smothering. Like, bro, I'm smothering them in that shit, bro. It's just baby oil on baby oil. Visit the Great Wall of China. I mean, yeah, it's a cool place. Japan, South Korea is great. Yeah, no, I'm sure I will have fun. I'm really excited about it, bro. Yeah, I'm excited. Very excited. I love food. I love traveling. I love seeing new culture, new food, like I said, new people. So I am, I can't wait. Okay, let's look. Let's look. Let's look. So guys, if you remember what I said earlier, how I kind of frame my day-to-day bias. I don't want to say bias, but how I get some sort of narrative on an intraday level, is I like to look at the POC shifts for each session. So we started putting in higher POCs all the way up here, and we were taking these long. Now the POC has shifted lower. What does that mean? Well, it means that there are more. The fair value is the POC, right? So there are now more both buyers and sellers that are accepting lower prices to trade at. So that would make me lean a little bit more bearish, but we'll see what happens. Currently, value area high up here, just projected it. Value area low down here. We have this overnight settlement level down here, and also one up here. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Let's see it. Let's see it. I'd be inclined to short though, considering we just rejected value area high. We're at VWAP. If we can break below VWAP and accept below, I am going to enter shorts. I will be entering shorts. We in Miami turning up. Okay, let me slow this down. Do we accept below VWAP? It looks like we do. It looks like we do, my friend. Now, okay, just inverse all of these buy imbalances, created a sell one. No sell zones so far. I really want to get in this. The only thing is, we're 1 minute into market open. Since it's a paper account, I'll get in this. I'm not sure if I would do this on an actual account just because it's so tied into market open. But I mean, 1.3k stop, that's not bad considering that we're up. So yeah, But this is beware that this is definitely a risky trade just because we're so close to market open. We haven't had a single second of drawdown though. So, I mean, it's looking good so far. Okay, we had $10 of drawdown, but it's been a good trade so far. Got close to drawdown there. Okay, we were 50 drawdown. That's our maximum drawdown so far. Okay, we're clearly accepting below VWAP at this point. So I'm gonna trail above these big buyers that got absorbed. We're now okay. Pause. Okay, we're now accepting below value area low, right? This is clear acceptance below value area low. We're getting a lot of selling, and it's also getting a follow through. So at this point, we're gonna be break even, and I'm even going to I'll stick it to break even for now. Actually, will I? Because we're down at this overnight settlement zone where we also found a lot of buying, right? If we looked at a delta profile, we can see that there's a lot of buying here. I'm sure if we took the delta profile, you would see like a big buying level here. So we might get some sort of bounce here. I'm just trying to think. Y'all. What do I want to do? What I'm going to do is I have the solution. I'm going to take one off here. Then we're going to keep playing. It's time to play the game, baby. We're going to leave one break even. Yeah, we are getting a reaction from this overnight settlement. Let's see what happens. I'm going to turn the speed up just a little bit. Okay. We're now, let me pause. We're now breaking below this overnight settlement. So if we can accept below this, I see us going way lower than that. So let's see. Yeah, we're accepting below this level now. At this point, okay, we're moving fast now. At this point, I'm going to, wow, okay. This is a good trade. Nice trade. I'm just going to trail above this big seller. And we're out. Okay. And it kept on going higher. That was quick. Up 3K. That was a risky one, right? 1 minute into market open. But we accepted below VWAP. We rejected at value area highs. I think fundamentally it's a very good trade. The only scary part is market open is very volatile, so us listening to his travel plans. And you put a picture of a dude in a cage. Nice, Tizan. Do you just have every picture in the world just ready? What is that? Settlement? Okay, Tizan. Settlement, like overnight settlement. It's like a known concept. It's not something I made up or Jaren made up. Like it's a known thing. It's pretty much this, like it's just how I would describe it is where you've had like a settlement of like both buyers and sellers have, you know, accepted at a level like you could call it a balanced range. You could call it a slightly like a high volume level, right? You can call it kind of whatever you want, but it's a known thing. You can just search it up to get a better explanation of it because I'm not too good at explaining that. It's a known concept. You want to wait for close below value area low for confirmation before enter. Yeah, well, so if you're at value area low and you want to short, the only way you're taking or I'm taking that is if we accept below value area low. How do we know we accept? Well, we want to see big selling stepping in and we want to see that big selling get rewarded, right? We don't want to see one candle down and then just immediate wicking back up and getting absorption, right? So to short at value area low, you need to see that we accept lower prices. We need to have that. All right. Any questions on that, guys? We've been going for an hour and 10 now. Any questions on that? That trade made sense though, I hope, right? Reject that value area highs. The daily narrative was obviously bearish because we had this POC shift, so we know that more and more people are open to trade at lower prices. That means that we're more likely to go lower, right? So we have that narrative. We reject from value area high. We break and accept below VWAP. We have big sellers step in, take initiation. We have sell imbalances get created. We inverse buy imbalances. We get in. And once we accept below the value area low, we just go way lower. Then the first target that we had is right here where we did get a reaction. It's this overnight settlement. We did get a reaction, but we did not go fully out. We broke that level and we got another like 2K. That's my quick recap for it. Any questions on that, guys? If not, I'm gonna end the recording at least. Whoa. Is this recorded? Yeah, it is. It is recorded. It's recorded, mutt. It's recorded, mutt. It's recorded, mutt. Will you consider that as your day done? After this short? I mean, sure. Okay. Here's the right answer and the true answer. The right answer is if you're up 3K like this on New York, just like that, yes, your day should be done. Just move on. Go fucking hang out with your dog or your parents or your girlfriend or whatever. The true answer is a lot of people are retarded, me including. I'll keep trading sometimes. And a lot of the times I'll give a lot of the profits back. That's why it's very important to have a drawdown that follows your your realized profits. So I can't lose more than 1K of my realized profits for the day. So say I'm up 3K, if I do decide to take another trade, if I go down to 2K in profit, I'm gonna get locked out for the day. So that's very important to have. And also something, like I said, I mean, I've been struggling slightly with consistency, partly because of that. It's a lot of psychology, but something that Baron has told me and something that Jaren does very well is they don't so much care about the dollar amount. They care about just having a green day, having a winning day, right? Because if Jaren makes $300 or if Baron makes $300, they get a winning day, they just lock out. That's good because they know the next day or the day after that, they're going to have a $5,000 day, $10,000 day, right? Not every day needs to be extraordinary. If they get a winning day, they're done. They know they're going to get they know that big day is going to come as well, right? So very informative. I can't tell if you're trolling me, Tisson, but type shit. Also, guys, everyone that's in here, I'm gonna a shameless self promo. If you guys do want to watch this back, if you missed something or just want to watch it back, this is my YouTube channel. Yes, I am LARPing TJR, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording.